Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Carly and Spirit podcast. I am very excited for this episode. We have special guest speaker Tom Paladino on the show today. I am very, very excited. Tom Paladino is a researcher of scalar energy in Florida, based in Florida. And Tom created a technology called scalar light therapy, which is really, really cool. So scalar energy is the energy of the sun and the stars. It is universal energy. And some people know it as chi, prana, 0 point energy, Om energy. So this is really source energy, and it's really, really incredible. We have an incredible conversation. You'll get to know all about scalar energy and more details about it and how this really is a new earth template. I am very excited. I want to spread the word to as many people as possible. So please, please spread the word of this episode and all the incredible information in here. There is also a free gift. So if you keep listening, at the end of the episode, there will be a free gift where you will get to receive scalar light therapy for yourself and you get to try it out. So very, very excited. Introducing Tom Paladino. Welcome, Tom Paladino, to the show. I am very excited to have you on. And tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I'll introduce myself as a researcher, scalar light researcher. With that, I'm working with the energy of the stars, the energy of the sun. It's the initial scalar light, scalar energy is the initial energy of the sun and the stars. And I've been able to tap into that energy. And in so doing, you can do incredible things with scalar light that you can't readily achieve with electricity. So we're going to speak about this new technology. Really, it's a new and emerging branch of physics. Scalar light is not electromagnetic energy. It's a new branch of physics.
Amazing. So I know that you were researching Nikola Tesla's work, and that's how you came across that. Do you want to speak a little bit to that and how you came across it?
Yeah. I owe so much to Tesla and another man by the name of Hieronymus. Tesla was the first person, Nikola Tesla was the first scientist to control scalar energy. And what he demonstrated is that there is an energy from the stars that is universal, it's free, and it would solve our energy crisis.
Wow.
And Tesla solved that problem, solved that issue over 100 years ago. Tesla was able to tap into the energy of the stars, and in so doing, we're on our way to solving the energy crisis. If we follow him, follow his lead, and then just, if we can duplicate his results.
Yep. This is why I am so excited about this, and I'm still learning more. So this is fairly new to me over the past few months, but this is so exciting that we're able to, this is science. So
Yeah.
I also do energy healing. I do a high 70 energy healing, but this is taking it to a science level, and I'm so excited about that because we can use this energy to power the world.
Yes.
And this is a new earth template. This is what I always talk about, the new earth codes. And this is it.
You're absolutely right. This is the new template for the earth. This is the new way of doing things. Now, we have problems. Scalar energy offers the solutions. For instance, we go back to over 100 years ago, Tesla was experimenting with scalar light without a motor. He was able to capture energy from the stars, harness that, and he was able to power a car or turn on a light bulb. Today, with this instrument behind me, it acts sort of like a scalar energy instrument in the light of Tesla's work. Tesla was able to illuminate light bulbs, is what I'm saying. With my scalar light instrument, I can readily illuminate a light bulb. So
Wow.
that's the energy that we're experiencing today. This is Tesla energy. Now, what's interesting about this energy, nothing can impede it. It's the energy from the stars. You cannot stop it. It will pass through any physical barrier. I'll demonstrate. If I hold up this light in my hand, it will illuminate under the influence of scalar energy. Nothing can stop it. Will even pass through here. It will even pass through a wooden board. So what I'm trying to point out is that this energy is universal. Nothing can impede it. Nothing can stop its motion.
Incredible.
So this is the answer. This is the free energy that we're looking for that will solve our energy crisis.
And so, can we use this energy to heal ourselves too?
Yes, but in a unique fashion. I work with people around the world with this instrument, but I only work through the quantum realm, their force field realm, not biologically. So to explain to your audience, when I work with people, I work with their photograph. Now keep in mind, this is not an electromagnetic theory. This is my photograph. It has energy, scalar energy attached to it. If I place my photograph inside the instrument will, if you will, seek out my force field, my signature, and will treat me energetically in the scalar energy realm. So the distinction is this. Our biological body is real, but that's really the electromagnetic Newtonian physics, if you will. I'm saying there's another branch of physics that is a person's energy field or their intelligence. The photograph carries that energy field. I place my photograph inside the instrument. I can feel that energy now. I can feel that tingling in my mind, in my brain, because it works on the order of intelligence or consciousness. This is not a chemical process. We're working on the realm of non-physical intelligence.
So this type of healing, scalar light therapy, can that also work across time and space for other lives?
Yes. This is what I've discovered, what Tessa and other researchers have discovered. There is no local environment per se that scalar energy is bound to. It permeates the universe instantaneously. So once you find your way into this physics, it's the energy of the stars. And it's not just one star, it's the infinite number of stars. So there is, as some would say, a vector quality. There is no vector quality. It's everywhere, instantaneously. Now, that lends itself to a type of energy system, or that lends itself to a type of communication system. With energy today, you have to take it from point A to point B. With scalar energy, it exists already at point A and point B. So you don't need to deliver the energy. It's already there. Like a signal. If we're speaking by way of a cell phone, it has to transfer from cell phone A to cell phone B. With scalar energy, it's already there. It pre-exists. So to address your issue, it transcends time and space. It is not electricity. It transcends time and space. It already exists. You don't need a grid system. You need a grid system with electricity to deliver a signal. You don't need a grid system with scalar energy. It already exists.
Can you direct the energy or send more of the energy into a specific area?
Yes, yes, you can. With an instrument like this, I can enhance the energy and I can direct it per se to a person's force field or to photographs of millions of people to their force field. Earlier today in my laboratory, I was working with 500,000 photographs. Why? Because the photograph transcends time and space. The photograph is intelligence. There are no physical barriers. So as many photographs as people can send me, I can work with. I don't work with flesh and blood. I don't work with people. It's not a chemical process. I work with force fields on photographs. That's the new physics.
It's wild because it really makes me think of magic. Like it literally reminds me of magic, but it's science. And I feel like we've because this is new coming up, and Nikola Tesla studied this a long time ago, and we think it's magic because it's so beyond our comprehension that we've really
Yes.
lost that sense of science. Like it's really been, I guess my question is, how come it's only being brought out really now, and why was it maybe hidden? I guess I would
Yes.
say.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Why? Nikola Tesla achieved so much over 100 years ago. Tesla demonstrated free energy. He was able to illuminate light bulbs at a distance. He was able to power a car with the energy of the stars. He actually took out the combustion engine of a car, and he was able to maneuver with this car that was driven by stars. So to answer your question, why aren't we using this? Well, it becomes apparent to your audience, as astute as they are, that free energy is a threat to some people.
Yeah.
Free energy is going to change the social order. Free energy is going to change the economic order.
And so, doing my own little bit of research, I find this really interesting that this is free energy and it's a different kind of physics. It's not electromagnetic. So,
Yes.
in turn, when we use this energy more, we're not stuck in this electromagnetic aging process
Yes.
that we're in. I mean, I'm not familiar with science, too much with science, right? But like,
You're right.
you know, using scalar energy to power everything around us and
Yes.
ourselves and heal ourselves, we become the light.
We do. And then we're no longer subject to chemical degradation. You're absolutely right. There was a scientist by the name of Grebennikov. He was working with scalar energy. And anytime he was near his instrument, his scalar energy instrument, his wristwatch did not advance. Never.
Hmm.
So he concluded in a scalar energy environment, time stands still, or you're no longer subject to time. Well, a very strong scalar energy force field will stop time or slow it down significantly. If you stop time or slow it down significantly, you stop the aging process.
So, follow-up question to that is if we transition into scalar light on this 3D Earth plane, do
Yeah.
we then upgrade the dimension? Do we then upgrade the vibration of the Earth?
Yes, we do.
No
Yes,
longer in time and space.
yes, yes. A perfect scalar energy force field, you'd survive forever. I believe there is a heaven, and I believe there's a physical manifestation in heaven. And that physics of heaven is scalar energy. The reason you're immortal is because you're not subject to time and space. And in heaven, it's 100% scalar energy. And that's why you cannot die in heaven.
Hmm. So you're theorizing that we can have form and also be a light body.
Yes, exactly. It's our glorified body. That's what I'm speaking of. Where we're no longer subject to chemical decay. We're no longer subject to biological problems, biological reactions. We're working at a light level, not a biological level. When I work with people by scalar light, I work with them at a light level. There's no biology to my work. I am not working in a biological sense.
This can really, really, really change a lot. Um,
Yes.
I feel like
It
I've
will
already
change the social order.
oh, yeah.
Scalar light will change the course of history. You're absolutely right.
I mean, it really changes everything when you think about it. Like we can starting small, of course, but thinking big scale. This is the new Earth template. Like this is
Yeah.
this is it. Um,
Mhm.
and I think I already answered my question, but just talking about our nutritional requirements, because I know that's one of your programs on your website,
Yes.
for the therapy. And can this enhance and enrich the nutrients in the soil and for our food?
Yes. I'm going to explain how that's done. Let me hold up a photograph first. Now, remember, it's all energy, it's not a chemical. This is a photograph of niacin. It's a magnified photograph of niacin. I receive my niacin every day from this photograph. I receive the energy of niacin from this photograph, not the chemical. If it was a chemical, it's some type of physical reagent or some type of food or protein shake. There's no protein shakes with my work. If I take that photograph of niacin and place it next to my photograph, the energy of niacin is downloaded into my force field. Remember, we only work with force field signatures. We do not work with chemicals. The energy of niacin is downloaded into my photograph. That's how I receive niacin every day. I don't take a multivitamin pill. I take a multivitamin energy. I take my multivitamins by scalar light. And this is how I achieve my nutritional balance.
So then we only really need energy
Yes,
for nutrients.
yes. I'm going to mention something. I'm going to offer a caveat first. I want people to eat a balanced meal. And if you need 3 or 4 meals a day, go ahead. On account of the fact that I have scalar light instruments and I download nutrients into my body, I don't necessarily need to eat 3 meals a day. Sometimes I can suffice on 2 meals a day. I'm not hungry because I'm receiving my energetic vitamins, my energetic antioxidants through scalar light. If you don't have a scalar light instrument, you might have to eat 3 or 4 meals a day. If you have scalar light instruments in your laboratory and you receive nutrients energetically, then you can probably reduce your intake to 2 meals a day, sometimes 1 meal a day.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, and so, we talk about this a lot in the spiritual space of, we can survive off the sun, we can survive off energy, but this is really the application.
Yes.
Like this is really breaking it down and like it's not
Yes.
so quantum of like, oh, well, how does that work? When I'm a light body or, this is breaking it down into physics of the energy of the vitamin, the energy of the nutrient that the body needs can be transferred energetically rather than chemically through actually food. So I think, this is really helpful for me because I was always stuck thinking like, but, in terms of application, how does that actually work? Um, this is so cool.
This is the science behind it.
Yeah.
What people have been experiencing for years, or at least they theorized, what is the mechanism? What is the animating force? It's light energy. Light energy never makes a mistake. I want to make this very clear. My work is flawless because it's not me. There's no human reasoning with my work. I work the laws of science. The laws of science are flawless. And with that in mind, I'm able to overcome any objection. Able to overcome any obstacle. Remember, I showed you how I can illuminate a light through a piece of wood. Well, the point is nothing can stop scalar energy. It's a first principle. It's a first cause. Nothing can stop the laws of nature.
And that's what's so cool because it is the laws of nature. It is source energy and it's science,
Yeah.
which I find fascinating because, you know, what I'm putting together is like in the third dimension, source energy like is science. Like it's if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
you're astute. Yes, you get it. Now, why do I like my work so much? Why do I just think this offers mankind such great prospect of improvement of the human condition? I am working at a first cause level. Light energy does not obey anybody except God. I don't have to worry about laws or structure. I don't have to worry about chemical actions. I don't have to worry about labor unions. I don't have to worry about people's emotions. Light is fundamental. I'm in the driver's seat of the universe. Light is fundamental. I have this animating force that allows me to control nature. I'm in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm. So your machines behind you, um,
Yes.
can people get those for themselves?
No, I don't sell these instruments. I can't reproduce the laboratory. And most importantly, I would not trust anybody with this technology.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to introduce this new science to as many people as possible. And once we have an interest, we've never seen any interest, broad scale interest yet. It's so cutting edge. Once we see interest, then we can move on, and then we'll set up some type of university or some type of think tank. But it's going to take time.
Mm-hmm. And what would that look like, really getting a more awareness?
Good people like you, Carly, who agree to a podcast, who are at least open to this, who want to experience this, or at least inquisitive. No, I can't emphasize this enough. It offers such great prospect, but it's poorly understood. And there is suppression. The powers that be do not want free energy. Free energy will change the economy of the world.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I feel like we could talk all day about that because I feel like that would be so interesting to really see what that looks like in application
Yeah.
and how that would change.
Yeah.
Just because of the way that money structures are set up right now and moving
Correct.
into New Earth templates, I feel like that's going to change
Yeah.
big time.
It is going to change. It is. Anytime you have technology, the old guard, the old way, the old technology is eventually phased out. Now, let's face it. You don't see any horse or buggies in your neighborhood anymore, do you? No. You see cars and motorcycles. Very few people work by way of snail mail, physical mail. Most people use email. So these are advances, and eventually this technology, this new technology, phases out the previous technology.
Hmm. Um, so I'm doing there's an amazing free offer, and I have many questions about the scalar light therapy.
Okay.
So, in terms of the scalar light therapy and the pictures, now I'm around EMFs all day long, computer, phone, TV, um, and I do energy healing to try and clear it from my aura.
Yeah.
And doing these scalar light therapy sessions, does that help to really eliminate the electromagnetic forces
Yes.
around your energy?
Yes, it will. For instance, again, if I can reprogram the mind and the body as I can reprogram a light bulb. Now, if I place your photograph or my photograph in the instrument, scalar energy will, if you will, subdue or correct the EMF. The amount of energy going into this light bulb is the same amount of energy going into my chakras or clearing out my EMF pollution.
Mhm.
So electromagnetic energy is, if you will, obliterated or corrected with scalar energy. And many people tell me that if they're under stress, that this chakra balancing, that this energy will clear their chakras, so bring them a sense of tranquility and peace. So scalar energy can override an EMF wave. We've demonstrated that. Scalar energy can take mental confusion and give people greater clarity.
Okay. So scalar energy can also help with like mental health issues, balancing the chakras, different types of illnesses.
Yes. It's intelligence. Some people have told me that a scalar energy chakra balancing help them with cigarette addiction or drug addiction or computer addiction. It's helped them with phobias. So it seems to correct the conscious to distinguish between right and wrong. I firmly believe that scalar energy will be our next approach to mental health, a meaningful approach without working in a biological fashion, without working in a chemical fashion, by reprogramming the mind.
Yes, because in my personal opinion, I feel like working on the biological and the chemical are band-aids to
Yes,
the
they are.
issue.
Yes, they are.
And I've noticed that just in my own work. And I was a social worker before I started doing my work now as an energy healer. And it's all band-aids because I
Yep.
feel like the root of the issues go, even beyond time and space to our other selves, other lives, our soul self, and balancing our chakras, but also like EMFs really affect our energy, really affect our field. Um,
Yes.
in terms of poor mood, low energy, mental health, like EMFs mess with our wiring
Yes.
and our,
Yes, they
our
do.
signalings, right? So getting
Yes.
back to basics, it's getting back
Yes.
to nature, like you said earlier, with being the driver's seat of nature, is like getting
Yes.
back to nature. We didn't always have, all this technology around us, and I think it messes with something. So getting back to basics is getting back to scalar energy because it's always been around. We're just able to understand it in a scientific way now.
Yes. Thank you. I'm going to demonstrate something. I'm going to hold up a photograph of a scalar wave. It's a double helix. It looks like a corkscrew. This is photographed by time-lapse photography. You can see this double helix. It's the same ratio and proportion as DNA.
Wow.
So my contention is a scalar wave creates our DNA. We are scalar energy waves. Our DNA is scalar energy.
That's incredible.
That's how important this is. Electricity does not create DNA. Scalar energy, scalar light creates and maintains DNA. Why would you want electricity on your DNA? I don't. I want scalar energy on my scalar energy DNA.
Mm. Yes. So we are made up of this scalar energy.
Yes. Yes. It's the divine energy. I want to make that clear to your audience. This is from the sun and the stars. Okay, who created the sun and the stars? God. This is not a man-made power plant. We don't need man-made power plants. Go to the sun and the stars. Those are God-made power plants.
Mm-hmm. Um, so is there a difference between solar powered instruments that we have to solar power housing and scalar energy?
Solar power is wonderful. There's one drawback. It's still working with DC electricity.
Mm-hmm.
It's still electromagnetic energy. But that's a step in the right direction. Now, if we take solar panels and we can convert that into scalar energy someday, that's perfect energy. Electricity is imperfect energy. Scalar energy is perfect energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, that's really cool. I really want to see this happen.
Yes, so do I. That's why
Uh,
I devoted a career to this. Yes.
yeah. Yeah. I really want to see this happen. I really want more momentum going in this direction, and more people to know about it. You know,
I,
numbers is power.
yes, you're
So I
right.
feel.
And that's why it's so important that I get my message out. Thank you for your audience. I'm going to share something with you. And again, think in terms of force fields, energy. Don't think in terms of chemical. I'm going to hold up a photograph of the herpes virus. I only work with photographs. I never work with people. That photograph, herpes has a signal. It has a signature. There's energy. There's an intelligence attached to that. If I place my intelligence close to the intelligence of herpes, the two energy fields, the two force fields, each intelligence shares with one another. We're sharing, we're communicating by intelligence. When I do that with people, they tell me, Tom, whatever you've done, I no longer have any symptoms of herpes. So the intelligence of herpes seems to subdue, offset, destroy, negate the energy of herpes per se. Now, after I work with people, and I can download the intelligence of herpes into a person's force field or energy field, people say they no longer have any symptoms of herpes. They'll even send me viral load tests. This is a PCR test from one person. I work with this person with their photograph. After working with this person, they said, Tom, whatever you've done, I don't show any viral load for herpes. No viral load whatsoever. They had herpes for years. A viral load test always showed herpes, some type of viral load. Today, this individual has no symptoms of herpes.
Everyone needs to go watch the testimonials on scalarlight.com. We're going to leave all the links below. But you need to take a look at the testimonials because I was blown away. This is absolutely incredible. And people have been treated with Lyme disease, HIV. What other symptoms and illnesses have you treated?
We have great success matching up, if you will, a photograph of a microbe, a germ, and eliminating, eradicating that microbe. We're starting on a new venture just as of last week, in which I think we can work with other types of disease markers, disease signals. Now, keep in mind, when I speak of disease, I only mean disease in the sense of intelligence or a marker. I don't speak of this in a chemical term. So the jury is out, so to speak, on working with other disease signals that I can find on a photograph. But if successful, have me back next year and I'll have great news to report.
Perfect. Wait, so are you saying that if you can with the photograph, and if there's anything in that person's energy field, you can automatically eradicate it?
I think that's the potential of scalar energy. I'm working on a new program right now for different types of what I call conditions that would be construed as wrong information. My photograph has my soul, mind, and body on that photograph. If there's something wrong information for my soul, mind, or body, that's found on the photograph. If I can correct that misinformation, then I can correct the wrong information, the wrong intelligence from my soul, mind, and body. If I can correct that, then we're looking at a new phase of healing, energetic healing, in which we can correct disease signature. We can correct the intelligence of disease. That's going to be my new avenue, to correct corrective information, to correct the intelligence that leads to disease.
Amazing. So, if this will all work out, you'll no longer need the picture of the disease and the picture of the person to put it together. You'll just need the picture of the person.
Correct. This new process, it's not going to be, if you will, focused on microbe elimination or the eradication of the signal of a microbe. It will be more holistic. Let's hope it will be all-encompassing. I received recently, in the past few months, a message from the Blessed Virgin Mary. She told me to try this new process. So the Mother of God gave me this new process, this new method, and she promised all-encompassing healing.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
that is,
encompassing healing. And I'm in the midst, as of this recording, I'm in the midst of trying that all encompassing healing.
well, I have no doubt. It's from
Yeah.
the mother herself. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's absolutely incredible. Um, and I love that there are new forms, not they're not really new, but other forms of energy healing coming down to the planet right now. I feel like, you know, in the spirit world, and we can talk about the spirits too, of I feel like it's like go time. Like it feels like go time. Like things are happening now. Um, Energy healing technology is coming down. People are waking up. Spiritual awakenings are happening. More awareness is being brought to these things. Like scalar light is huge.
Yes.
And it really feels like, now is the time. We're not waiting anymore. It's like this
You're
is
right. This is it. Yeah, we passed that threshold. We're
it.
crossing the threshold of hope, and
Yeah.
we see now this new technology beckons. People are now educated. What Tesla initiated over 100 years ago is caught on. It's taken a while, but people say, "Yeah, this is real." And if this helps mankind, well, let's go. Why stop it?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like, in that 100 years, I can understand and I can see why it was hidden, so to speak,
Yeah,
not widely talked about, but there's no longer a wait period anymore. We're not
yeah.
waiting anymore.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
Um,
absolutely right.
and I feel like things are coming to the surface more and more. Like you can't really hide anything anymore. You can't, the whatever forces that might be
Yeah.
hiding stuff from us. I feel like people are really, really waking up to that, and we can't hide. You know,
Yes.
it's no longer a secret. It's no longer a secret. So yeah, I'm very excited about all of this and the 15-day free scalar light sessions. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit?
I have to prove this. I have to demonstrate to the world that there is science here. So how do I do that? I tell people go to our website and email us your photograph. That's it. And then I let the people with their testimony speak. Now, to be very clear, this has never been accomplished before. My instruments are unique. Nobody's ever duplicated my work. So my unique work needs a voice. The voice is your testimony. Visit scalarlight.com. You can upload your photograph. You can send photos of family and friends if you have their permission. And then you decide. You experience this all encompassing healing. You then share this with your friends. As a grassroots movement, I think this will really take off in the next few years. But we need your support.
Yes. I signed up. I'm on day 8 right now, and it's absolutely incredible. I love it. And you get so much with the 15 days. You get so much. And you get your chakra balancing every day. So your chakras are going to be, balanced, taken care of for 15 days. I would highly, highly recommend checking it out. We're going to leave all the links and everything below. Um, I'm just super excited. So we're gonna spread the word.
Yes, and thank you so much. And we will honor God's will. And again, the recent messages that I've been receiving from Mother Mary, I firmly believe that we're on to all-encompassing healing. And we'll let this year play out, and we'll see how this new program works.
Yes. Well, 2024, there's been a lot of buzz about it. And, last year I was getting really excited for 2024. It feels like there's a big shift happening this year. That's kind of what I was touching on before, like it's go time. And this shift this year, you know, I feel like it is setting up the new earth. And I
Yes,
know a lot of people have been talking about that for many years, but it really feels like this year is going to be the pivotal point. Um,
I
things are
agree.
being shaken up and things are changing. And I know like people around me, like their lives are changing, things are being shaken up. So this is very exciting stuff.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. And that's the big potential. The potential is this, people. I could work with millions of photographs on a daily basis. Remember, I don't work with people, I work with energy fields. Nothing can stop an energy field. I could work with 10 million energy fields a day. So it's not a biological process, it's transcends time and space. Scalar energy transcends time and space. Eventually, I want to work with 1 billion photographs a year.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, when we get to 1 billion, we want to keep going to the whole world.
Yes, that's the spirit. I like that. Thank you. That's what we're
We
going to do
we get to
because
the whole world.
nothing can stop energy. Hey, no government movement, no army, nothing. A mountain range cannot stop scalar energy. This is unstoppable.
The more that we heal ourselves, the more that we heal the planet and the
Yes,
earth and the wars and the fighting. And,
yes,
you know, we can go on and on. And it's not usually something that I talk about, but I think it's super, super important that we spread the word and we do the work because, and this is something that I always say is that the more that you work on yourself as an individual, the more the ripple out effect on everyone around you in your environment. So the more that
yes,
we work with scalar energy, the more that we can really heal the planet and
yes,
the lower vibrational energies that are here and to really eradicate that and move into higher frequencies, which is divine love, which is what really everyone wants at the core.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And that is the prospect of hope, in which God's healing, this divine energy, can work with billions of photographs in a year. And we're going to do that. And that's something we will accomplish. And that's how we have to have a grassroots effort. Thank you.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I had so much fun. This is so exciting. And I'm so excited. We're going to talk next year for sure
Okay.
about all the work you're doing with Mother Mary. And we'll leave all the links below. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Huge thank you to Tom for coming on the show. It was an incredible episode and conversation. Super excited for the future of scalar light therapy, scalar energy, and what Mother Mary has in store for us for the future. Very excited to find out all the information and tea next year. Definitely check out the link below in the show notes for your free 15-day trial of scalar light therapy. Definitely spread the word. It takes about 5 minutes to fill out your name and your email and upload a photo of yourself. And very excited for the results. So let me know how it goes. Hit me up on Instagram at Carly Spirit and let me know how it goes. Hope everyone has an amazing day.